hearings, eyesight. It's all like male pattern baldness. You know, like they're dudes. Their hair. Paul Bryan's hair started thinning when he was 18. Right. And my dad died at 91 with full head of hair. Right. It's not because he ate better.
He wasn't biohacking his way to it.
It's just fucking.
He was in love. He did, though. I remember he had very minimal microplastics in his testicles.
Well, look, everyone. There's stuff you can do that's gonna help you, and there's stuff you can do that's gonna hurt you. But let me tell you something. If you were to ask me, what would you wish for your unborn self? Like you're going to be reborn into this world as a man or a woman? Would you like X, Y, or Z? I'd go, I want good genetics.
Well, sure, of course.
Good genetics will fucking solve every problem.
Yeah.
You'll be taller, you have a full head of hair, your eyesight, whatever, all the things everyone else is allergic to, you're not allergic to, like good. Everyone likes to chalk everything up to, you know what, I ate red meat, and after I ate the red meat, it made me tired.
Yeah. Do you want to wear that hat to go play?
So I feel like I should be able to wear whatever I want. Of course. You know what I mean? Obviously. But if that's their rule, that's their rule, that's their rule.
It can be managed. And somebody's managing
Does CBC stand for Canada Broadcasting Corporation?
That makes 0 sense.
Sorry, Canadian Broadcasting Corporation.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
It's CBC.
Yes, you heard that right. Dax Shepard gives a special mention of CBC in his podcast, Armchair Expert. But there's...
Just slice it up and fry it in a pan with butter. Serve it on toast or an English muffin. Make a sandwich out of it. Sometimes you do the over medium egg with some American cheese on that.
American cheese.
Always American for me on egg sandwiches.
Oh well, yeah. Oh, you're saying on a sandwich with Spam.
Yes.
Oh, okay, not just no bun.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. If there's not a sandwich involved, change up the cheese for me.
Aha. That makes more sense for some reason. But because you got the McMuffin. But now, here's the deal. I'm not a Spam guy, but I could see Spam cubed up, little smaller pieces in scrambled eggs.
So good. Eat it all the time.
Oh yeah.
It is really, really good. It's the easiest thing in the world too. You just cube up the Spam, throw it in the pan with butter, or just crack the eggs right in there. Don't even scramble them first. Just pan scramble them.
You know who eats the most Spam?
Who?
Hawaiians.
Oh yeah,
because they're the smartest.
They are.
They're the smartest group in America. Like, you ever hear Maisie Hirono speak? Super genius. I'm like, bitch, you're dumb by Hawaiian standards.
That is true.
But it's also ironic that Hawaii picked the dumbest senator on the planet. But it's consistent. Anyway, the greatest consumers of Spam are also the brightest people. The Hawaiians are leading all. You got to think about all the great innovations, all the great poets, all the rocket, the cell phone, all out of Hawaii.
As we know from
all the great automobiles manufactured in Hawaii.
From the Aloha movie.
Aloha, Bobby and Rose.
They have a word that means hello and goodbye.
Look at them.
They covered it.
We got words.
So much time.
I'm trying to leave the house with 2 words, and they got one slightly packaged word. And by the way, there can never be confusion when a word means 2 totally opposite things, like on and off. They probably just have 1 word.
Chunky. Double, I wanted to get you. What happened here? Oh, man, it is inside out. Come here over the net. Yeah, come over the net. Nice. He's putting his head down. Really all this shit. Yeah, yes, and it's not, I think. Let him take over there. Okay, you got it? Yeah. I think you can open a bit more. Easy, so. Got it? Yeah. See? You're not pop anymore. Okay, yeah, that's what we want. Okay, we'll just make sure that you're not also. In this mouth a bit, huh? Yeah, I'll say that. Let me see your. This one right here shows actually 75 That's good. Try pulling this one still. See, pulling this guy there. It's just in his mouth now, huh? Okay, that's all right. Yeah. So it's just in the mouth now. Yep. Okay. So you need to open. A little bit. There you go. Don't pull that. Don't pull that. Yeah. He's biting that. So you keep holding that over his mouth. Maybe don't cut that. So you can pull it out. Yeah, it's not that much. Yeah. Open up there. Oh, what? Oh, what? There we go. Okay, pull this. You know? I'll forward your side. So careful. Just so that's it. Yeah, let me cut this in. Boy, it's underneath. Let's try to get this. No. Watch it, watch it. Yeah, let's try to turn to see if it's not on. If it's not laying on it. There we go. It's one way up. Okay. Let's cut one side. Let's cut one. Yeah. Get that hold. Yeah. Some more strands. Get that other one. There we go. Yep. Ready? Yep. 1, 2, 3. That one, please. Go full.
George, use the bathroom. It's fine.
I can walk it off. It's 120 degrees here. I'll sweat it out.
Hey, are those Timberlands? Painted black?
Is your nose pierced? Yeah. Sit down. Hello, Jerry. I believe you know Nina. George, we need to talk. I think you've done a lot more than talk. You betrayed me.
All right, I admit it. I slept with Nina, but that's all.
That's all. That's everything. You don't know what all the rest of it is for, right?
I'm really sorry.
Stuff your sorries in the sack, mister. It's an expression.
George knows that you slept with Nina. That's why he was acting so weird.
How did he find out?
He's schnock-faced.
Hello, friend. Enjoying the flight?
Coach Sandy, only way to go.
Good one. Very funny. You're very funny, Jerry. That's what I always tell people. Jerry Seinfeld's a funny guy. You all right? Of course I'm all right. I'm here with my girl, Nina. And what better way to pass the time than gabbing with my best friend, with whom there are no secrets. Like this. It's 4th grade.
Hey, didn't I beat you up in 4th grade?
Funny guy! Right here!
You never said anything to George about Jerry and me, did you? Oh, please, it's in the falls.
So Jerry and Nina.
Oh, I'm not gonna tell you any more things.
You already told me everything.
Here, you're going to India with us tomorrow.
So how long?
3 days.
Great. Jerry, I gotta tell you, I had the best time with that Nina last night. I think I'm in love with her already. You are a great friend. A great, great friend.
Well, this mishky mishmash is just getting worse. I talked to the groom's parents, and it is so obvious that they don't want me to go.
Sure.
The only reason she sent me an invitation was so I'd send her a gift. Jerry?
Well, you know, coffee grinder is nice, or a coffee maker. Everyone likes coffee. Anything to do with coffee. Maybe you should go get some coffee.
Oh, hi. Hi. Well, I should,
Sure.
Who else you got back there?
Look, there was an awkward moment in the conversation. It never happened before.
Slept with Nina. What are you going to tell George?
Nothing. And neither will you. George can never know about this. It'll crush him.
All right. I'll put it in the vault.
No good. Too many people know the combination.
What combination? Tell me all about George.
Just remember when you see him tomorrow night to tell him that the waiter liked him.
Really?
Believe me. You know, I forgot how much fun it is hanging out with you.
I know. You know, we never had that conversation.
I know, no awkward pauses. Probably the reason we never fooled around.
Yeah.
Probably the reason.
Would you make the call already?
What call?
He wants me to set him up with this girl, Nina Stengel.
Oh, the great conversation girl. The one you think can replace me?
I was kidding when I said that.
Only the same thing.
Yeah, hi, it's Jerry.
You sure you never slept with her? Perfect.
Hey, how about my friend George? Quite a guy, huh?
I think she likes me.
Sure.
So how come nothing ever happened between you and Nina? Is there a problem with her? Is she a man?
Are you?
What's the reason?
We were too compatible. Our conversations were so engrossing.
How engrossing.
If we ever had a problem with Elaine, we could bring in Nina and not lose a step.
You don't have a replacement lined up for me, do you?
Anyway, like I was saying, I couldn't make the transition from conversation to sex. There were no awkward pauses. I need an awkward pause.
I'm all awkward pauses. Mix me up with that. Wait a minute. Nina just saw me in my Timberlands. Now I have to wear them every time I see her.
Why?
In any other shoe, I lose 2 inches. I can't have a drop down. We were eye to eye. I can't go eye to chin.
So you're going to wear them no matter what the situation?
In every situation, no matter how silly I look.
How do I feel about that?
Yeah. Do you want to wear that?
And Casey Tron has been banned. I know, she's been banned. Nobody knows why she got banned. It literally just came out. Clip surfaces of Casey Tron driving yesterday while disagreeing about her chat about her state of sobriety.
Honey, if McDonald's is the ultimate destination for your late night rendezvous, then you need to step up your game. Those fries ain't gonna dip themselves. But I'll say this, if you're going unprotected, at least get a Big Mac to go with that questionable decision.
This is where you're at now.
You're 15 years into the streaming game, 14 years past your prime, but you're still live. You're driving to McDonald's drunk on stream, reading chat, listening to an AI voice tell you that you're fat, and you're DUI.
Like, if that were the case, then restaurants wouldn't be allowed to serve alcohol at all.
Because they sold you alcohol, it's okay for you to drink and oh my god.
No, sobriety test me, bitch. Sobriety test me, breathalyze me, bitch.
She's reading chat the whole time. She's not even trying. This is worse than extra Italy.
Okay, I don't really give a fuck.
I'm driving to McDonald's. I don't get, dude. Like, how is this not a permanent ban?
I don't really give a fuck. I'm trying to get to McDonald's.
I don't care about drunk driving. I'm trying to get to McDonald's. I've never believed something more in my life.
High/drunk slut. I'm literally not drunk.
I'm not.
The cops ripped this girl out of the car. Her boyfriend comes to her defense and ends up getting beat down in front of her and his mom. Check this out.
You have your license, Lou?
I do have my license.
Here's what pulled you over is when you guys turned out, you had an improper right. Improper right? Yep. An improper right is when you basically make a right-hand turn and then you get. I know exactly what you're saying.
Just have.
You have a medical marijuana card?
I don't have a marijuana card.
No, I wasn't driving earlier. Also, she just said maybe sitting, but I was. Well, she was saying. Why were you watching this?
He actually asked the police officer, "Why are you watching us?" That's what they literally do for a living. Watch people.
Yeah, I was just sitting there. Alright, do you have an idea? I'm just a passenger. Okay, let's step out because we both smell marijuana. So step out. Step out. Step out of the car. Step out of the car. I'll pull you out. Yeah, the car was on the smell weed and they're trying to pull me out. Okay, cops, fix your stuff.
Dude, get off the phone.
Ma'am, step out of the car. I do have the right. Just go over here. What's your number? Ma'am, step out of the car.
Over there. Don't touch me.
Ma'am, I'm about to grab you. Step out of the car.
Don't you dare touch me.
Step out.
Don't you dare touch me.
Stop. Yeah, they just did this literally because you came all from us here. And they just slammed her on the ground. What's your badge number? Hey, get back. What's your badge? Get back. You want to go to jail too? Get on the sidewalk. Just stand here. Get up. Hey, don't look into the car.
This dude is trying to get shot. He's trying to get shot. These people love to get shot at.
Hey. Okay, can you come try over here for me, man?
This retard is still on the phone.
Do not put your hands on me. I'll touch you. Okay.
He said, if you put your hands on me, I'm going to put my hands on you. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea to a high-functioning retard.
Do not put your hands on me. I'll touch you. Okay. I'm not touching you. Stop walking away then. Walk over there. Walk over there. I'm not walking nowhere. I'm standing on the sidewalk. I'm on the sidewalk.
His prefrontal cortex is overheating.
I am telling you different stuff, you dumbass. You're a rookie. You gotta come with the sidewalk. I'm on the sidewalk. I'm not going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere. I'm staying on the sidewalk. Hey, grab it. I'm staying on the sidewalk. I'm not going nowhere. I'm staying on this. No.
These two idiots were meant for each other.
I'm not moving. I'm staying on the sidewalk. I'm not doing nothing. I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing nothing. I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing.
You're actually resisting right now, so you're not doing nothing.
I wasn't doing nothing. I'm not doing nothing. I'm not doing anything.
High-functioning retard.
Stop. Stop. Okay, stop.
Now they
still checking the app, debating to play the Gladiator 300 or, you know, Keel Bounty. But everything's multi-flights, but I definitely have considered multi-tabling on dinner break or playing some other time. You know, why not?
Along the lines of player of the year, Honey's chirping at you a little bit now, right?
I think Phil's just mad that his two sons, he's going to be 28,000. And I think Nick's pretty short, so get the vultures over there, get his bust out hand, and I'll go collect my 28,000 from Phil. But no, you know, he moves the goalposts. Like last year, he literally talked about how I didn't win player of the year because Benny won more bracelets and Grinder won more prestigious events, and now all of a sudden money is what matters. So it's like he just changes it depending on whatever makes him seem more important compared to everyone else. And you know, Phil can never win player of the year, so and he can't win bracelets anymore. So he's very bitter.
Finally, are you enjoying our coverage on ESPN and ESPN Plus?
You know, when you're on the booth, you know, it becomes ESPN minus. But outside of that, it's a pretty solid. You know, my wife figured out through Disney Plus to be able to view it. So my kids have been watching. They love the Foxen show, but my youngest son Chance is really anti-sweating Foxen because he's ahead of me in player of the year and had more chips in the main event. But you know, early in the day, I actually had more than Foxen at one point. So my son was super excited that I had more than him. So yeah, you know, play for them. It's great to have them watch and follow along and learn all the people in poker that they're going to get to know over the next few years.
Love to hear that. I'll send you back to the action so you don't miss anything. Guys, I had to set him up with the ESPN Plus. I heard his ESPN minus comment earlier.
Thank you, Green, Jack, Queen, Orla.
See Berman and Vogler all in.
Too old for a sweat. I don't need sweats. I got high blood pressure, okay? Someone wants off?
Nines against the ace-king suited. Deuce 3-4. Vogler knows the gravity of this moment for him. Eric Vogler. Turn is safe. Now he just needs to fade the ace, king, or 5. 10 out there, and the 5 comes off.
And a good game to you, sir.
I was going to tell Eric Vogler to keep on trucking, but unfortunately, he just had a trailer back right over his main event ropes. Back off to Nebraska for the 50-year-old. Dad, the one that picked up the gift there. Blind versus blind. All right.
Over to outer table C.
Got an ace-9 of spades. Kicking things off. Benedict Cullen. 8,000. Miss Rocky likes to play pots.
Hey guys, is it a 30-minute
Jack
delay?
8 suited, flats. This makes King Queen's path to the flop cheap, and look at this one. Queen 6-4, top pair, solid kicker in clubs. Versus the Jack 5 flush draw. Cullen, the razor free, the only one of these 3 players who fails to hook up.
See if I got any of that.
Bit sneaky from the grinder.
Checked around, and now all of a sudden Cullen joins with a pair of 9s.
I find these spots to be a little bit tricky as Jai Singh in the big blind. Goes for half pot. Seems pretty logical to me. We just have a very wide range, but also a very good hand. So what size do we go with, or lack thereof? We see Cullen call. Grinder with the gut shot working now. In addition to the clubs, of course.
Yeah, hadn't clocked that added path to a complete hand. Thought Grinder was thinking naughty things. Instead, he finds the ace of clubs on the end, and that's a naughty card from Cullen's vantage point. Ace is up, gonna fall to a jack-high flush. Note that King Queen didn't take a swing at that turn from Jesse.
King Queen bet the turn. Ollie.
They did. Forgive me. That's right. 50,000.
Apology accepted. Cullen debating whether to go for value or not. Naturally, a bit of a scary two pair. Looks like he is reaching. Goes for 40 into 75.
Half pot plus. Still a bet small enough to warrant the raise from Grinder. Second nuts.
I agree, but it's a little bit interesting. The 8 in particular really interferes with a lot of smaller flushes. You'd almost rather raise something like Jack Deuce of clubs to free up things like 8-7 suited. But as you said, Ali, still the second nuts. One merit to calling also is to allow Jai Singh to overcall sometimes with two pair, even small flushes that maybe would fold. It's a little bit close. Worth thinking about. But he does come with the raise.
It's kind of what we expect from the Grinder, isn't it? You could see he was thinking. He understood all of the potential issues of taking it up to 140, but he just found it. And did so with the best hand as Cullen steps aside, and you heard Grinder with a cheeky phew.
I did hear that. Then he followed it up with good fold.
And he wasn't lying.
Joe Hasham's 2005 main event win had a lasting impression on his children, who all play poker, but especially his son Daniel, who is in the field today. When he was just 12 years old, Joe said it then. He saw the potential because Daniel had such an analytical mind. He said he's going to be the best poker player in the family. Now, Daniel's already cashed the main event multiple times. He even finished 79th in 2019, but his dad said he's got everything it takes to make an even deeper run.
Look at this. We got more shenanigans over here at outer table C. Queen Jack offsuit from Austin Shaw took it to 8,000. A flat from Alok Aurora. Jack 8 suited worked out so well last time as Rocky tries it on again. We're back over to Cullen. Benedict flatting from the small, so we'll take this one 4 ways. To an 9-4 tray rainbow board. Pretty ragged. Top pair for Aurora. Looking pretty good from here. But of course, we know Cullen has the antidote. A pip north with 10s and leading into the whole field. Just on the macro, this always feels strong.
I agree, Ollie. If you lead 9-4-3 rainbow 4 ways, it definitely lends to the idea that you have something. Aurora not going anywhere for the Grinder. Postures a bit.
Good. Field cut in half. Forward pair. Aurora was not the pre-flop raiser. And given that he flatted, Cullen perhaps feeling a bit more comfortable that an overpair to 10s is not a part of what lurks.
Well put, Ali, and for Aurora, he's really hoping Cullen has 6-5 suited. 4 double pairs now. Cullen shouldn't be too concerned about running into a 4. Ace-4 suited is possible. I think we go for some value again. A pretty difficult decision coming up for Aurora.
90 into 148.
It's pretty tricky when Cullen doesn't squeeze pre. Of the normal kind of hands that we lose to as Aurora, we fear the ace-9 suited. Tens are possible. Clearly, we can see he has it, but Aurora is definitely removing some overpairs from Cullen's range.
This number leaves us quite comfortable. We're not up against an inferior 9, right?
I think so.
And the IT product manager who lives in Phoenix by way of Delhi.
You can always consider all in, by the way, if you're Aurora. Just pretend you have 9s full. I'm not saying to do it, but you should consider it, because that's one of the best hands you can have here, of course, outside of quads. So bluffing that card comes to mind. It just crosses the mind.
He's played the main event 20 times. Yeah. Never won it. No shame in such things, of course.
Working on a similar streak myself. Very tricky spot for Aurora. These spots are so tough, it doesn't really make sense. Doesn't make a ton of sense for Cullen to have a better hand, yet he does.
$33 cashes at the WSOP for Aurora suggests that he understands how to navigate properly, but didn't really understand what was going on across the way for Cullen. So he pays, and so too does his stack.
Work, work, work. That's one you don't see every day. You know, that can go bad, by the way, if you know what I mean?
Redlin understands all that goes into a deep run here at the main, and that includes some physical stamina. No, by the way, he's not pandering for cameras. He'll be doing that absent the lens. Present, yours truly, Ali Najad and Nick Schulman. Jen Platt, Natalie Bodie continuing to look to the sidelines. As 2 out of our 3 features are filled with new faces. Perhaps new is a generous way to describe Alex Foxen, as he often lies his trade beneath the lights. The man who you said, Nick, at the onset of the main event, if you were to hitch your wagon to one hopeful, it would be him.
It's way more chill in there than
Yeah, it's way more chill. It's like a solid 10 degrees. Yeah, I was saying that earlier. You've not changed your mind. It's like
No, I was just
extra space.
letting the cave breathe.
The other one felt intense, but the was so high. Yeah, it felt like everything was right on.
stable multi-clear than this.
Yeah, this table's bigger.
Mattress on the button.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the card scheme.
Drifted here. I can see just powerless.
Beauty on there. Make sure that was on
7 high.
There you go. You're all in on ESPN, bro.
There you go.
Well done. And you won. I mean,
That's Adam Natras all in on ESPN.
That totally makes up for the aces versus or queen versus
Originally
ace
from
king.
Torrance, California, the 90505s. Considerably
I've been to Portland once.
Really? What brought you to Portland?
It's a while ago.
Not
I have to think
poker.
about it.
Definitely a tough spot to fold there.
Were you
That is excellent, by the way.
Were you for
Yeah,
a short time involved in some sort of Antifa uprising?
No, there were no uprisings.
10-9 suited as we rise to 12,000. Nope. Blinds rising as well as they do each level. 3 and 6K. 10-7 of spades on the puck. For Steve Lesmeister. Less inclined to partake.
Yeah, I did.
This,
I believe you. Yeah, I actually believe you did. Yeah. It was like,
Jack 3 offsuit.
yeah.
You ever rub a balloon on your head?
I didn't either. That's actually kind of the reason I shoved. I had a feeling he had a
It's a static electricity experiment.
He's gonna
Why
jam.
do you
I was
ask?
like, if I jam, maybe he might fold it.
No reason. Here he is.
Such an elegant setup, like when you see it.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Like when you see it from here.
Okay, there was a reason.
How like
But it's not
elegant
on the
this
screen.
is. It's really sick. How big the rig is and how small the camera is.
Yeah, he's 4,000.
King 10 suited, we get a chance to see Fox in work. Lesmeister with less hand.
I feel like you're a different person now. It's completely different angle. I'm pretty good looking at it with this light. From this angle, you
Little goop.
you know.
Getting very close.
Don't take it. Queen Jack suited into the mid pre-flop there out of Lesmeister. This is a hand we're supposed to
lost 70
defend.
in the last like 30 minutes.
You're right. We were talking about
Even if it's a former college tight end raising.
It was
He's
7.
talking about it right
We
now.
lost 70 in the last like 30 minutes of the last level. That's pretty crazy.
But they might have yeah.
No, because
They should update it in real time.
Yeah.
And by the way, Fox bringing that up,
Yeah, very close.
chip leading the table by a factor of 2 to 1 might not be an accident. Reminding them how close they are.
Don't do anything crazy out here, boys. And Lesmeister did with that Queen Jack suited.
No league on with King Queen suited.
First time we call the name of Alec Torelli, who in his own right, by the way, has been out there doing his thing for a very long time. Now 39 years of
Well,
age.
it's 1 in 3 chance that it's on this table. They might be at another table. So you're probably safe.
License and registration. You know how fast you were going, sir?
Let's see this one.
Guy reaches for his license. You know.
Actually, wasn't following the segue into license and reg. Can you explain?
The body cam.
The body cam, yes. Right.
Ace 4. Not exactly full-bodied kid, but a full stack. And full of ideas. Fox and wagging the finger.
48,000.
See how Torelli responds? Would also love to know exactly how many remain. Sure, we'll get those numbers at some point. It's nice when it's a fixture on the screen. Wow, the body cam kind of an itch situation.
I certainly hope nobody gets caught hunting those goblins. That'd be awkward. Placing a 3-bet from an ace-4. This Torelli goes into the muck. With that, we bring you the final edition of Inside the World Series of Poker for this day 3.
And welcome back to Inside the World Series of Poker. I'm Juan McCarron alongside Norman Chad. Well, as we head towards the end of day 3, the big main event milestone is coming up. The elusive, enticing, exciting money bubble.
For recreational players, there is no greater thrill than cashing in the main event for the first time. Not your first hole in one, not your first 300 game, not your firstborn.
Wow. Let's dive in. First, what should we expect from the amateurs and pros alike as the main event cash gets closer and closer as it is right now?
You have two extremes. Those who will do anything to make sure they make the money, and those who know this and use their big stack to repeatedly raise to pick up the scared money of those who don't want to risk their chips.
I have been one of the scared money short stacks a couple of times in World Series events, and for a player such as me, it's both nerve-wracking and thrilling.
I save all that stress line by busting way before we get close to the bubble.
Now, we've just begun level 15. We're about 125 from the money. Take a look at when the money bubble has burst from the past handfuls of main events.
So you see how long it takes before you are in the money? Each level is 120 minutes. It's rather demoralizing to play for 30, 35 hours or more and walk away empty-handed. Eerily similar to my first marriage.
Well, as we disclosed yesterday, the final number of players in the main event landed at 9,208 after late registration, which means the 2026 payout structure was also finalized. Take a look at how the money stacks up.
Yeah, look at the bottom there. Okay, I'm not a payout structure guy, and I'm certainly never cashing at the main event. But if I did make the money here and the min cash did not double my 10K entry fee, I would stomp my feet pretty good.
Yeah, good point. $10 million to this year's champ, making it the 5th straight year that the winner will receive at least that amount. All right, well, that's all the time we have here on Inside the World Series of Poker. We end, of course, by the drawing of the ever-popular high card for the last word.
And here's our oversized deck, once used in Paul Bunyan's home game.
Very impressive. All right, I'm going to draw for, I don't want that one. 2 of spades. I've drawn that 4 times.
Eight of spades.
Oh, all right, well, enjoy the last word, my friend.
I would ask Siri a poker strategy question before I would ask a lot.
We'll see you tomorrow with more Inside the World Series of Poker. Good for you, too.
Right back to the action we head here, where Ace Trey is firing 22,000 into a couple of kings here, outflopping them, maintaining the lead throughout. Lead made it 12 pre. Torelli defended his big. Check called 8,000 on the flop. Turn went check. And that's what's activated Alec.
I like the call from Lee, despite 15 balls. Yeah, made it easy. That's it. Thanks.
Lee, a 43-year-old chef from China. Been playing poker since 2018. And along with everybody at this table has been playing since 11 a.m. this morning. Is that right? When they were reconvened?
I don't think.
I think we raise at the back from the top. I'm gonna make it there. Too late. You going? Push! You good? Carrying on. Phase one.
Yeah, I made it easy.
Nice hand.
Thanks.
Lee, a 43-year-old chef from China. Been playing poker since 2018. And along with everybody at this table, has been playing since 11 a.m. this morning. Is that right? When they were reconvened?
Little Philly slowly.
It's a long haul.
That's why you can get really on the fly. Oh,
Yeah. Thanks. Good hand to raise, good hand to call. I just flopped a huge hand. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well,
what's your name? Steve. Steve Adams. Can you officially be Steve?
Boy, it's
The poker scene like in North Dakota.
looking like it's
Kinda
been
like
pretty
Montana.
tough on the Cypher. I can do see it.
They have bars and stuff. Yeah, they have a circuit that goes around to.
You saw what Fox did with Ace 4 off against Torelli's under the gun open. It's time he shows respect to Nevis.
Yeah.
Pedro Nevis, 29 years of age. Originally from Funchal, Portugal, now lives in Cuiabá, Brazil. Professional poker player with $4 million in earnings, by the way. 225 cashes. The world
Thing that's kind of nice being up here on the last level of the day.
It's fifth time playing.
Anything crazy happens.
Pedro's no joke, Golly.
It's on a delay, and then we're not going to be playing together.
They don't have time to.
You have no phones.
They don't have time to run it back.
So somebody rips it all in with like queen deuce offsuit or something. And
It's not like
you won't know until you're not here. Until you're at the same table with them.
Unless someone calls.
Well, sure, yeah, if that happens.
And then you're out of the tournament.
Yeah.
It's good. You get like a little warm up day 3 at the table. And you get back later, you're like, okay, I've been here before. And if not, you got here. So you're like,
yeah. Raise 12,000.
Suited connector. Nevis shoots it up and down Torelli. Could seek higher altitude.
I think it's a pretty clear call. Although he might seek higher altitude, as you said, very close to the money. Something like 15% of the field remains. He does seek higher altitude. It is jacks, after all.
38,000.
And a hand that performs better heads up in position than it does with blinds perhaps coming along.
I feel that, Ollie.
Now feeling the weight of 26,000 more on request is Neves.
And it is possible we're still 200 off. One issue for cataloging it in a field so big is it happens very fast. Nevis with a very peelable one.
He agrees. That's up. So to the flop we go. 91 in the middle. He caught that from Alnick.
Oh, and Nevis with 3 sevens. What a sight.
What a catch. Is Torelli capable of assigning 7x in the face of raising 3-bet to his opponent?
A7 suited and the 7-8 suited. Both possible. Torelli is aware of that. However, after the probable check raise, Nevis, often in a spot like this, he's reaching very quickly though. Does just go for call, so he's kind of protecting his range and waiting until the turn.
A turn that fills him up. Might it be Torelli's cup that gets further emptied?
It's getting pretty hairy if you're in Torelli's seat.
Like a trash can at a waxing studio?
my goodness gracious. There it is. Producer Jackie reacted to that one. It was in our ear with a kind of sound of disgust. Sort of taken aback. She's the best, by the way. Keeps the wheels going down the track. But even producer Jackie just... He's reaching again. He goes for 80. Really targeting something like 10-10. Maybe even an ace-queen of diamonds. Pretty sticky. 49 and a half bigs to start for Torelli. Over half of them are in the middle.
Are you surprised at this? As opposed to just check back and then decide?
I'm not shocked to see this. But if he doesn't find a jack, all sorts of hurt is coming his way. And might Nevis consider a lead on this card? Just with the idea being that queens, kings, and aces are likely content to check back. We think our opponent, if we're in Nevis's seat, has a variety of bluffs and is a very trigger-happy kind of customer. Check is quite nice. But if we concentrate them towards big pairs, I think leading is a very good idea. And if he does, it's pretty brutal for Torelli.
They play for 147 effective. Sub-half pot, stack to pot ratio, or SPR. And there is the lead. 85.
Interesting idea from Nevis. Makes it such that if Torelli calls and it goes astray, he can still cash sometimes. Pretty brutal spot for Torelli not having a big diamond. Can't really see where else the bluffs would come from.
Because I gave like... Yeah, 2 hands, I don't know.
No Torelli mentioning he doesn't have any diamonds as he attempts to identify clubs. 6 is
I
my
don't
word.
think I could fold my hand. and Nemesis. I can't. I call.
Well, go see the back end, Sully.
Wow. Nice hand. Is that right? Nice hand.
Deep wounds. And that 85 was kind of crafty. Because it was sub half to play.
Yeah. He could have easily asked for all. Did he leave meat on the bone? Might be what he's thinking.
Thank you.
Really on the wrong end of the dairy farm. Well, here's a peek at our upcoming schedule on Plus. Tomorrow through the 13th with Day Shift, States, Maria, and David Williams, and then yours truly and Nick back 9 to 3 with some true night shift coverage. 6 to midnight. I got to press the pause button to bring back the final table. ESPN and the Deuce.
Gonna be some sweet sounds. I just love that song. Don't let that go to your head.
Commodores?
The Commodores.
Yeah, sure.
On the night shift. Motown.
Some of the best.
Really, truly some of the best.
You know what it was?
You're always safe at a party if you don't know what to play. Go on, Ollie.
No, I'm with you 100%. Done. Not so safe, of course, if that Motown reference is with regard to what may be happening here in the booth.
That's what I caught myself right away to tell you that it wasn't. We see the hijack open from the Fox.
You got the 100 now, right?
Less than that. Queen 8, not quite pillow top, but nevertheless, mattress is in. 2 5s and a deuce. Yes, for dry. Foxen's 4 plus backdoor clubs. With a bit of utility. This one should be over. No, by the way, failed attempts like that when you're sub 100K and the blinds are 3 and 6 start to hurt more and more.
Alex has got you down there, or the gentleman in 6'6".
See who's out there, Ali. Try to catch a glimpse of that clock. 14 some odd. I think we're about 100 off. There's Nick Helmuth, 63.
There's
10 and a half bigs. Producer Jackie just informed us we have 1482 remaining right now.
There's a handful of people very much anti-sweating Nick Helmuth as a big bet is on the line. There's a 10-year major leaguer. Matances. He's still involved.
1482 remain at a pace 1382, so exactly 100 players off. Former champ.
365. Rates to make it into the money.
Riding the broom on Blumstein, I see, Ollie.
You know, you're right. I retract my statement. I'm not
trying to be the first player ever to win it twice in the modern era.
Riding the broom on Hossein-Net. I see.
Sean Keane closing in on a mill. Ralph Berry, Chris Brewer spinning. Chidwick. Chance Corniff. Joe Hashem still in. Brenlin, and I saw Osmus as well.
Yep.
245.
Did you get a chance to stream any of the Awesomeness tracks?
100 players gone. Did I get a chance to what now?
You remember famously you did a little feature where he was giving us a few bars from his 2 Spotify tracks.
Akanusi taking a stand. I haven't been bumping Awesomeness yet on Spotify in the car, but he is on there.
Oh, Mattress, Queen Jack, in similar sorts of desperate times.
Akanusi will be very happy to see that the king is just in the lead.
Conversely, Mattress will be happy that despite the fact that he isn't, he's up against that stack that he covers. Not the only one, by the way, given that Torelli's one spot to 62 after his jacks. There fell. Demolola Akanusi, 58% to haul this one in. The 42-year-old from South Africa. Now he wants Natris to find top 2. King also works. 4 is useless. And the fintech entrepreneur. Keep his dream alive. No.
Not too far. Good game. Nice finding you today. Perfect.
Man.
Good game, Akanusi.
I know we didn't have much, but you know, each one of these busts, as we draw closer, it's just peak heartbreaking.
I did. Kind of insane. I really, it was going super fast the first half of the day, but I thought like.
I know we're a hand removed, but
Since we've been following,
can't help but remember that one of Jeremy Ausmus's tracks
I think for our
is
table,
called Pocket
that's the
Jacks.
first bust out since I joined you guys. Like,
Maybe we should have fired that one up after Torelli.
Here, but you were here before.
You know,
yeah, I got here. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I mean. You got here before.
Torelli should give that one a listen.
3 people all day, right?
Yeah, I came to you guys like the second level of the day. Right? We had a lot of
Nevis kind of leveraging that Fox is in very early position with him. It's sort of ironic, but he might not open this in later positions in a strange way.
Yeah, some days I like that.
He will get it out there both early. Fox can't mess with him, covering him as there's still many players behind. So we're seeing Nevis open up as well.
Day one's obviously completely different, but my day one table only lost 2 players the entire day.
Yeah.
I touched on the idea that the pros would be the
Yeah, day one
nocturnes.
is
The
its own,
ones here in this last level,
Yeah.
if we're going to burst the bubble, they would really savor the opportunity to capitalize on disinterest in any altercations from those very interested in making at least a mid-cash.
Sure.
Yeah. Flatting 3 bets.
Yeah, one of those tables. Yeah, I mean, it could be the total opposite as well.
Right.
You never know what you're gonna get.
Raise 12,000.
Oh. 12 to go from the Fox. Ladies for Nevis. Not even sure he 3-bets kings at this juncture.
Explain.
This stack is worth so much. It isn't as if we don't think they're good. And if you do 3-bet in a spot like this, you 3-bet huge. Because you do it so seldomly. A spot like this meaning 2 huge stacks under intense ICM pressure.
Foxen has found a 5 here. And an excuse to keep barreling at Neves, but he too, as you pointed out, keenly aware of the depth of that stack and the preciousness of his own. Another 16 into the middle. Club draw acquired for Foxen now.
Would think despite that, he still strongly considers taking a free card. And he does, and it's a queen on the river. Fox makes queens and eights. Neves with queens full.
The case lady.
Quite interesting. Nevis's range so often is two pair, given the six coming off on the turn. Might he go for a block? And if he blocks, will Fox feel compelled to raise? He is going for 13 into 49. Fox, one of the most committed players to playing correctly, sometimes against these small bets. That's a kind of bet designed to put ace high in the blender and bet a six for value. Fox may feel compelled to raise queens and eights. And if he does, that's really the dream for Neves.
But he too so mindful of the backdrop. Is it worth it to reopen the action here?
It's what he's weighing right now. These are very tricky spots. Mind you, Neves can have things like 10-10 as well.
Raise. 63. 63 though.
This is the utter dream for Neves and a very awkward spot for Fox. Anytime you have that counterfeited two-pair kind of hand class, which blocks all sorts of boats, it's extremely awkward. Having said that, he likely gets away. See what kind of size Neves goes for. Lovely find on the river, the cheeky block, trusting Fox to raise appropriately. If they don't raise appropriately, you have to go big yourself. Sometimes some theory-oriented players might go for the block on the river too much. Part of what makes it good is a guy like Fox will raise a queen for you, maybe even jacks.
Obviously tough for Fox to have hit the queen. The dream now for Neves is to be up against something like trip eights plus. 190. The response.
Fox historically plays the river extraordinarily well. I assume he's not considering all in, but he's a real sick puppy. And if he does go all in, it's designed to make something like 10-8 super miserable, even a straight for that matter. Does pay off. You'll see the bad news, Ali. That was nicely done from Neves. Pretty brutal river for Fox.
Some very much taking note of the production of two queens by Neves.
And note, Fox showed a lot of respect to Pedro, paying that off, feeling he's capable of having bluffs.
Yeah, less than a queen.
Almost good. I was thinking what will you get?
My
Queen X.
no, it would have been a bluff if I did.
Toxin still with $750,000, but obviously a dent left behind.
Mr. Ling out of there. Natras. Les Meister certainly will do the same.
This guy won't.
Raise 12,000. Hello. Oh. Oh. Heads up. Check.
Toxin defending the jack high. Checking the ace high board.
Bet 16,000.
You know what we need to do? We need to send it to Jeff. Can we just send it to Jeff, please? No, like now. Can we immediately send it to Jeff?
So one Mizrachi on the main stage and one out here as we are down to two Mizrachis. Eric is here. Stand up for me, please, Eric.
Jeff?
It'll be no surprise to you that Grinder has just an absolute pile. What is it about this tournament that speaks so well to him?
I actually coach him pretty well.
Yeah, it's all you, baby.
You know, we do it. But, yeah, proud of him. I don't know, somehow, some way, he always gets the chips. Just nonstop, keeps fighting and up. And he's down to 100,000. And now he has like 1 million. He would have had 1.6 million, but he just ran into quads, I believe.
What notes can you take from him? What advice can you take from him?
Well, we always say never give up, you know. Right now I just got crushed in 2 hands, and I was down to like 60,000, back to 100. So, well, I mean, I'm not really playing for the money, but maybe I can get in for the money, you know, with a decent stack. At least double up, get to 200, cruise a little bit again.
I was just going to ask, when you are short-ish like this, when we are about 100 away from the money, is it about squeaking into the money, or do you just really want to make a run here?
Yeah, I want to make a run, you know what I mean? I still got to play for first, you know, so it's not about making the money, but yeah, making the money is great. It's another, you know, another little baby accomplishment, but it's nothing crazy. You want to get to the final table, you obviously want to win it, and that's the main goal.
And finally, what was it like for you guys to have 3 generations of Mizrachi's
It's amazing. 6, about 60,000 in the prize pool. That's like a car. I mean, you know, we could have bought a car and all split it and driven it, leaving it in Vegas. But yeah, it's fun. We had my dad play, all 4 brothers played, and Paul played. So, you know, it was amazing. It's amazing to have you know, all the brothers and family and the support. We all support each other. It's amazing.
You get a lot of support on the rail as well. Go spin it up. Best of luck rest of the way. Thank you, Eric. Appreciate the time. Eric Mizrachi looking to spin it up in the main.
Late spin would certainly be something for Iwi there. That says get lucky. Let's see if he can do it.
82 away. Stanton is about to get some bad news coming his way.
First peek out here, Bousquet and Co. Who's peeked down at Ace King of Hearts. Show me all of it, Mr. Stanton. These are the demands from Olivier.
I think those demands are a little too rich for 4-4's blood.
Suspect that Stephen Stanton will agree with you. 59-year-old from Jersey City.
If I was Mizrachi, I'd call you.
probably hit. Not that he needed to.
Yeah.
Does find the bin. As suspected there is Busquet. Finds a little snack. Over to C. Rock has been an active stack out there, and he has definitely managed that stack very well. Hovering around $1 million. Ace Queen here up against the Queen Deuce of Mike and Ace 5-3 board. Wheel Gutter gets a free peek at this turn, which provides the Queen top two against second pair.
Crockett looks like
This is not real. Go on, Nick. Say it.
Well, there have been a few times where when Rock is with the grinder, it's looked like he's just kind of content to begin the hand on the river, if you will. Not inflate the pots versus Mike.
Four-liner and backdoor spade staring him down here as he did look for a single street.
We could beat value here if we're Rock. We gotta pay.
This is going to start to get old for Callum.
Callum's doing all right, though.
But you know what I'm saying. You can feel it. He wants to beat Mike in a pot.
Oh, he's min raising for value. I did not see this coming. It's a great hand. Just don't get me wrong. Ace Queen. All right. Grinder doing grinder things.
Trap me. So the river is a little different than what you did.
That is a child sort of Buddha type trinket on the grinder there, carrying a basket, perhaps.
My read was Shaolin, like kind of, I don't know though.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean by that exactly.
You know, the monks,
kind of type thing, sure. Ace 10 off for Lessmeister. Early position. See what he goes for off 19 bigs.
He was kind of shaking his head last time we saw him pre, as if to suggest he's been card dead. If that's the case, he could really have eyes for something like that. But he might have bigger eyes for a cash.
I think he's weighing all of these things. Doing a little inventory. Well, he does just put it in his 19 bigs.
And credit to Steve Lessmeister. In order to live, we must be willing to die, in the words of the late Amir Vahidi. Nope, Foxy. Now trying to play sheriff for something like King Jack there. Knowing his lane covered with his Queen 10. So that one worked out. Steve?
That definitely worked out.
Man from Harvey, North Dakota, a farmer. Thank you, sir.
Absolutely.
Doing your part to try to keep us healthy. Unless, of course, he's just giving in to the corn subsidies and is just kind of pumping us full of high fructose. I don't think he's that guy. I think we're looking at some maters, stuff like that.
For that addendum.
Nickname Bluffmeister. Wasn't bluffing that time.
See the payouts there. 10 million for first. The min cash 15. Nothing to scoff at after you've been out there for almost 3 full days.
Ace 5 being given a touch of consideration here by Bas de Laat of the Netherlands. Short-lived it was.
Couple of threes for Isahakian.
Adam Isahakian, by the way, 31 years of age. Lives in Dubai by way of Paris. Neves exploring with 9-6 of spades. Mattress looking to do a bit of the same with an ace 4. King Queen 7 board.
All Nevis. Just as far as see that win.
$8,000.
As suspected, this one playing out in straightforward fashion. Neves flirting with a lily.
Can I have a Diet Pepsi? Take a water, actually. One Diet Pepsi. Oh, no, thank you. Appreciate that.
Tension's kind of mounting out there. It's not being spoken much, but you can feel it.
Big time.
It's bubblicious out there, not stone.
In a weird way, this realm of the tournament is almost more stressful than the stone, because the stone, I don't want to say it plays itself, but things can happen on the stone. But this 50 off, it's a very confusing part of the tournament. I find myself confused at these junctures. Of course, a 10,000 player field is strange, but nonetheless, big fields, when you're close to the money, it's a very difficult part of the tournament.
And certainly we are in the realm of where atypical things will play out in terms of hand selection, line selection, and all of these things compound the further down the way you get in any particular exchange.
I've tried it before.
Absolutely,
Check to
Ellie.
make sure.
My kids.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know why you want to go against me. I beat
I
you
don't.
up all day.
I don't.
Look at this. I don't know. How you doing? Thank you. Thanks, yeah.
Very much feels like perhaps a dose of calm before the inevitable storm. It could very well be the bursting of the bubble here as we get down into the late nights on day 3. Keep it close. Back in a couple. $15 grand. That is the question that looms over all, including Kristen Foxon, who hopes to find the min cash and beyond. Deep run on her resume here in the main, but not a deep stack. 140,000 left. 1,455 runners in the room. 1,382 of whom will make the money. Right back to it. We find Chino Reem on the button, limping.
A little bit unorthodox from Chino. Very good PLO player, Reem. Well, actually, it was Puri who began with the limp.
I overlooked it myself, Amarender Puri.
And by the way, I don't think anybody saw this coming. Bousquet, 43,000 to go with just 10-6 off.
Just bludgeoning this 4-5 of clubs. Puri, health and wellness enthusiasts, involved in real estate, St. John's University alum from New York. Out of there.
Looks like this is going to get through. Bousquet just felt it or sensed weakness. That was nice. Very unorthodox from Olivier.
Well, like this is
And when a player like this, who knows that that's outrageous, does it, you can assume they had a reason. It's like we're going to outer table C, Ollie.
He just wants 2 R's.
that we are, where the diaper has left the grinder looking for Nick Rigby's approval. 13,000. Big blind, ace, king of spades, coverage as both flop the flush draw. Yusuf Zadeh checking over him. His rocky note, by the way, has paths to a straight as well.
This is
Hence the 15.
incredibly spicy. Well, Yusuf Zadeh raising right now. Grinder, of course, not going anywhere.
When a man's paw reaches out and wraps itself around a stack of green, your heart can skip a beat there.
And it comes in for Yusuf Zadeh. Disaster for the grinder. We'll see if he can find a way to get away. What a feeling this is for this gentleman versus the defending champ. Literally one of the most successful players of all time to turn the stone nuts, Ali, late day 3.
Spades are staring our opponent right in the face, and yet he is still firing after check raising flop.
That is true. Something the grinder definitely is considering.
Flicks a flat out there. Another 80 into the kitty. Another spade onto the board. And this is a relief in terms of Grinder's ability to get away from this inexpensively, I would imagine.
We would think. I like the way this guy has sized this hand. He went for that 40 on the turn. He's going 40 again. Grinder pays.
With the bigger spade, we got both.
Well, Grinder shows.
Top and bottom man.
Any feelings on his willingness to roll over a deuce 3 of spades?
I don't think it matters or is any secret. However, players should take note. You gotta bring up this guy a little, but everybody knows how hard he gets after it, so it wasn't some revelation. Let's go check on outer table B.
5-6 of clubs, not limping. Deep Pulasani. Mid-raise.
Call stack is obviously healthy, north of a mil.
Happy to speculate. Even here on the bubble. That would be Mark Lacoste, to be exact, and Stephen Sweat. 3-4 of spades. Takes the discount, finds bottom pair on a 9-high board where Lacoste has found top pair. Both lines checking over to the gut shot. Club-free environment. The 3 unlocking an additional path for Polisani. 2 pair for Sweat. But in the absence of action behind them, we see Mark Lacoste trim 20K off of his heaps. Half pot turf. Ball 20.
Going with a pretty conservative approach. Sweat. A few dozen players off the money for Polisani. Open-ended. With a draw to the true nuts. The deuce rolls off, closing the action. He's in there. See what this river brings, Ollie. It is the 7 for Polisani. Yikes.
No one raised behind him on this turn. And that's left Lacoste comfy enough to fire 30.
This is pretty thin from Lacoste, given the action. Very much pursuing value from an 8.
Calls 30. These boys are about to get the bad news, I would imagine. Unless some of that stuff you were touching on earlier, making reference to the bubble.
I think if Lacoste had gone for something like full pot or 80 and Sweat called, maybe. But when he only goes 30, we have to raise. Polisani finds it.
Yep, he agrees. 4x.
And for Sweat, barring theatrics from Lacoste, pretty brutal decision. Probably get away. Easier said than done, though, sometimes. We do not beat value, which is always alarming. But we just have a quite good hand. These spots are so hard.
Just the worst 2 pair means we have to come up with a bluff in this spot. Because 1 pair is simply not doing this.
7-10 suited, maybe. It's pretty tricky. Of course, Jack-10 got there. Could Polisani have Queen-10 where he took this line? Let's get away. Good fold from Sweat. Great pickup for Polisani.
Very much so. 37 years of age, originally from Huntsville, Alabama, now living in LA, as we turn our attention to Alec Torelli. Had that catastrophic tour of duty with a couple of jacks. Now here he is.
Fair fight.
Looking
That's a fun flop.
for a little help and getting it on a King 10 9-2 spade board.
A spade instead. That's also exciting too.
Link stack, not exactly deep.
Yeah.
Queen on the turn. The ace jack makes Broadway.
Not good enough.
So it's gonna take a spade now for Torelli. Flush or farewell? And it's farewell.
Hey guys. See you guys. Can I play the yellow? Yep. Yeah.
Good game. Torelli. Flush or farewell, as you said, Ali. It's the farewell that called Alex's name. Another late day 3 victim.
That's gonna go in the last floors. Yeah, you've been pretty patient there.
That's your thing.
Yeah, sometimes you can't.
Possible one. Right there, that's this out.
Yeah. There's the moment. It dawned on Alec.
Oh yeah. I would have been thrilled.
Lane,
Or maybe
54
not,
years
'cause
of
it's the
age,
bubble that we didn't know
now
about.
lives in Hong Kong,
I mean,
originally
it's
from
that-
Shanghai. Consultant by trade. First time playing the main. Trying to hang in there. Find the money. We find ourselves with an open pot for 14,000. Three calls with Jack 9 of clubs.
All right, the two players.
43K in there. Queen, Jack, Jack, and two spades out there. Open-ended straight flush draw against Trip Jacks. And forgive me for even putting it into the universe, Nick, but the 9 of spades.
This is, of course, a crazy flop. You're forgiven for putting that into the universe. This gentleman is strong, obviously.
Aided by the House of Versace. James, by the way, checking. And now facing 16 from Trip Jacks. Jason James, to be exact. Professional poker player. Hailing from Niagara Falls, Canada. This is insane. Guys, I know that you want to believe that we know. We don't know.
We're live. We're live. Sit down, Ali. Standing hovering all over me. Poor Purry. I'm sorry, it's okay. That's a crazy card. You're allowed to stand. I apologize. No, Purry checked it back.
Straight flush versus full house. Less than 100 from the money.
Pretty sick check back from Purry.
But he thinks that he's trapping, no doubt.
I think he thinks he's trapping, but the hand isn't stone bulletproof. We fall to Jack Queen. We fall to the 2 straight flushes.
50,000.
We'll get our answer shortly, Ali. Now he falls to Jack 10 as well.
That doesn't look like 50 in his hands.
No. No, it doesn't.
Should raise.
Unbelievable lines from Purry.
In the words of Anthony Alberto, James might feel cheated on the square.
That's unbelievable.
You know, when you describe this hand to someone,
What else do I have, right?
they'll always tell you you're full of it. Until you tell them exactly when and where it took place. And then suddenly they may get it.
These are tables, straight flush.
First glimpse of the impact.
Purry has receipts, Ali.
Need to delete this one. I'd be happy to win the pot. Wow. That's I was about to just click to 100 one. Fucking idiot. Fucking fight my phone. So, 100, right? And he's like, throw it in? He's holding by re-rate. So, yeah. He's good enough to call there. He's going to be good enough by re-rate.
I am getting mild Jordan. No. Keegan Michael K vibes. K-Tain suited here somehow. That pot just quietly entering the ether.
I bet. Check call. Check. raised the
28,000 entering the middle. This is James. Blind versus blind, facing this raise from the big, looking down at an ace queen. Demanding the rest, and Mr. Stanton is up for it. Maybe not if he knew it was ace queen he was up against.
Still hearts.
Still 30%. Here's the retired IBEW man, International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 164. Shout out to them. Hearts in the window, and another one behind. All three kings alive and well. All the hearts would work. 12 outs in total, 2 times over. Make that once after the 3 fails to assist. Will we have a late help claim or a double? It's going to be the double. 5 of hearts. Exhale, Mr. Stanton.
That's definitely exhale worthy, Ali.
6 of hearts. Gotta get lucky.
We're going to step aside and recollect ourselves here. We've seen a few fall, and we also saw straight flush versus boat for 1 street. It's all happening here at the main. Beer level. It's on and popping. As we pop it down to Natalie Bodie with a report on Daniel Icahn.
1 year ago, data engineer Daniel Yashan went on a run to finish 17th in the main event. He said after that, he'll play every year for the rest of his life, and so far he's followed through. As he's come back and reflected on that experience, he said that part of him wonders if it was just a once-in-a-lifetime thing. He still deals with the mental push and pull of whether or not he should pursue poker full-time. But then there's another side of it that just wants to one-up what he did last year and prove that it wasn't a fluke.
I don't think anybody's going to feel as though that 17th place run from, Yeshan was a fluke. Some people might spend their entire poker careers trying to reach these sorts of levels in the main and never even come close. Nothing fluky about it, young man. Regardless of how it plays out this year. Last time we saw Yusuf Sada, he was playing ace-king of spades against the Grinders deuce 3 of spades. His flush felt like maybe it was worth a little bit more. Yet the Grinder managed to keep the damage minimized.
I think my host is working tonight, so I'm gonna find out if I can get another night.
Yusuf Sada
Until Friday, thinking I would just
raising it up.
small tournaments of cash or something. 15. I thought I told my wife, I said, I've been here so long, it's like, I want to go, like, the day after I...
Again, the man finds the nut flush draw, and he does it with a pair this time against an inferior flush draw.
Last week.
Flanagan Cullen on the other side.
Out here.
Defending his big.
Abe's at home in that stadium. Does he play college? He's going to try. He's going to be a senior. I mean, he's trying. This was a junior. AJ.
Oh, and it does come, Ali.
This is
Brutal for Cullen.
deja vu.
His first home run here in the tournament was really cool. Played well.
And this isn't the 3 deuce of spades for Cullen, mind you.
And he's leading out, Ali.
You like this choice?
Dream for Yusuf Sada. Yeah, I think it's fine.
Play a lot. I used to
Goes for the slow play.
play a whole lot more, maybe
have to think he essentially has the nuts.
I mean, it's a lot. Well, I used to play like 4 or 5. Yeah.
You're not wrong about that. As the flat call from Yusuf Zadeh emboldens Cullen into another river barrel of 40,000. Hoping to be up against something like a king high straight here that can pay him. And instead, suddenly, he gets raised up and has to wonder what's what. Doesn't wonder long, though. Extra 70K paid. And the spade machine. Yusuf Zadeh working his stack north of 700. Have to keep an eye on him. We're always keeping an eye on all that goes on under this particular roof. Is the suited and booted Jeff Platt. See who he's wrangled this time round.
Well, he's a jazz singer, songwriter, an all-American pole vaulter, and of course, a poker player. Brandon Estrada, stand up for me, please.
How's it going?
It is going well. Thank you very much for asking. So out of all these different paths, how'd you find poker?
Well, my grandpa taught me when I was like 14 in the back of his shed, and we all played like as a family. It was 5-card draw at the time, and I got in. I was kind of a nerd. I was in chess club in high school too, and played Magic the Gathering, and this was just the progression of it. And yeah, I had friends actually that came to did well in the World Series. I went to college and whatever. I need to get some money first to play with, and then just started playing in my 20s. Yeah.
Top 500 finish for you in the main last year. What do you remember about that run, especially around this time as you approach the bubble?
It was electric. Yeah, it was my first World Series ever, and it was super fun. I mean, like, it's such a good format. Like, it's deep. Like, I had big hands and lost them, and still had chips to just fight back and get a lot of play. So it was just a lot. It was a blast. And then the deeper you get, the more intense it feels, and it's just fun.
You have plans to take poker pretty seriously moving forward?
Probably not. Just casually, I'll play. Yeah, I mean, I'll play like the main event if I can, But I really am excited to push the songwriter record and just keep gigging and stuff like that. But
excited to have you here. Best of luck on that grind. Okay, appreciate the time. All right, there he goes, Brandon Estrada, trying to make a slightly better run in the main than last year.
Maybe we hook them up with Osmus and they do a collab.
Maybe a collab with Osmus. Also, it fell a little under the wayside. All-American pole vaulter, I believe. Darren Elias nursing the shorty. But if he can spin, he's obviously extremely dangerous.
85 in front of him. It's good for just about 14 bigs right about now. 14:23 left.
41 off, Tully.
Back over to the main game. Not playing any games is Neves here as he is backed into Broadway. He was up against, pardon me, aces up. For Isakanian.
Note the size from Neves as well. I believe he went for something in the 1.5 times the pot range.
Isakanian, by the way, forgive me. Neves made a 12 pre. Then raised, defended against. Aces up. Check called 8,000 on the flop, 35 on the turn. But here versus 165, it is made to believe it's no good. And indeed it was not. Neves surging.
First thing I'll do when I get home, I'm going to watch this one.
Yes.
Thank you. You were the nicer or better? Huh? You were the nicer or better? Better.
One of the perks of the feature table. Auto upgrade to Fiji water.
Here you go.
No 7 star score needed.
Super.
Foxen ain't doing the Fiji.
What's it looks like?
He's got. Is that the volcano water? You clocked this out there when you've been playing with them?
No, I haven't fully clocked Fox's water choices.
How about this Sakian's hand choices? Hand choices. Have you clocked those?
He's got the gun, Fox, removing the gun with the hand.
Raise 12-5.
I haven't seen that water that he's got going there. Ace Queen off for Natras, sevens for Lesmeister. What does he want to do in the cutoff against the hijack open of Natras? 40 players off the money. It's all in or fold. Of course, call is a possible way to go. Does just fold. Flat. Not in a rush, Ollie.
Started with 120.
118. Yeah, 118.
All in.
Oh, the dump truck.
Pedro, that's the big time dump truck. I would think if we're Natras, we call this one off.
That last check, how many are we away from the money though?
40 at last check. But Ace Queen.
I'm not mad at this man if he bends it. Main event muck.
I hear you, Ollie. I really do.
It's easy when you're at home to scream at the set and say, "What are you doing? Just call." You can see the king for a close. He can't. And not only that, he can see a possible 15K payday if he can just hang on. He's got 100,000 with which to fight.
Call.
He does find the call though.
If he doubles, by the way, he's over 40 bigs. There is that side of the coin. Indeed, he does. Can he hold? 3-2 favorite, Natras.
Pressure-packed moments here. Not so much for Neves, of course. Jack, a deuce and two clubs. Gotta fade the flush draw. Plus the king in the four now. Added hurdles for the ace queen. Return is a 10. Take the king off the board. Actress. Sorts through that swiftly.
Survive that one. Hopefully I can too. Alright.
And he does hold.
Natras. What a hold, my man.
Hey, what's up, Daniel? Didn't know how to rail. Yes.
I don't think that's Negroni. A different Daniel.
Alright. Got a little wet.
Oh, there we go. Champs and seatmates. Asham and Blumstein. Still out there. Both of them seem like they got a decent haul. Another champ. In the sun. He was on the feature yesterday. having fun with Jimmy D and that crew. Midnight Mayor busted earlier. Here today on day 3. Another peek at notables. These ones have that one thing in common. The thing that every poker player dreams about, of course. Victory in a main event. Never mind the riches. Just going down in the annals of history here at the series. Moneymaker 134. Things thinning out quite a bit for Chris. And Son 1 1/4 up top.
From the flush draw, right? Yeah, give me the ocean card.
34 away now.
32, I believe.
Oh, that's right.
I'll follow the winner.
Sixes for Inman. He's in, man. So is Tao. You've been Tao. Mind you.
This is why I'm on the stream, son.
9s for Cullen.
Low stack.
Wilton with ease. As on the 6s.
Over 2 hours. Yeah. That one always works. Whenever you play it. Yeah.
Pasadena man takes it.
Whenever you play it, you just miss it.
46 years of age. That's 100,000 into a tournament earnings. Pasadena. I grew up in Northern California, and then I lived in town LA proper.
Never mind.
Oh, Pasadena's lovely. Have you ever been up there?
It's nice, yeah.
Old town, also cool corner.
You got extremely lucky. Oh my goodness.
I don't really recognize Yusuf Zada with 1 spade in his hand.
Sold it, actually.
He's a 2-spade man tonight.
I could be
2 4s man, though. You saw him fold?
You were so ready to show it.
Figured
You would have bet more. You would have bet more.
Absolutely fantastic. 1.5 foot grass. It's got, look at this. Like, you can't roll like this. It's not right. We have little kids here. Look at this. And I know we have something right behind it. Look at this. Like, this is going to be a Blue Jays field. It's going to look like this all the time. I'm sorry, but it's ridiculous. This is not a hit down.
Before the bubble, we're having them congregate somewhere so as to not clog the tournament or relay information to the players.
Sure.
I see more haters when they speak of your.
Takes on the role of MC that brings coverage in the hand-for-hand portion of each and every one of those all-ins as they play out.
This is the old ChatGPT in the paper. I make the notes, right? Look.
Yusuf Sada didn't like 4s, does like 9s. Takes it to 15. He's right at the baby suited ace. Let's play.
It is.
Two teams for Wilson. 162 total. He jams it. Looks like it's going to come back over to Yusuf Sada. Number 9 is in the bin. Should there be any consideration towards the call?
Yes. It's close. I think we're barely out, though. Even 10-10 is a bit brutal.
Kings are good.
Oh my.
You're right.
As Rocky 2 folding with far more ease, his career out of the back or barely just don't put his man on the head.
I like the way that guy handled that too. He just said, "You're right, brother. You got it. You got it." Was Kings. You know, you don't want to be weird with him when he does that. For me, at least, I feel it re-disarms them in a way. Got the open from Lacoste. The low jack. Chino with 55 bigs. He's under a ton of pressure. From an ICM standpoint, his stack is worth a lot of money. He doesn't want to bust right now. But we still have to play poker.
Both of them hooking up with an ace. Couple kings out there as well. Advantage Reed. Deeply defensive posture from here forward, I would imagine, will be the order of the day for Chino. 20 into 39, half pot. Man bringing us to the deuce, rather. I'm not really a call it a two kind of guy.
I find it very cute when some of the young players say that a two came on the turn.
Yeah.
30.
Lacoste really targeting the inferior aces. We can see Chino has him just barely pipped.
Pricing still, though, not such that Ream can simply evacuate the scene.
I agree with you.
And Lacoste with so many chips as well must be on Chino's mind.
I think so. There it is.
Backdoor hearts.
The strangest card, sorry to cut you off, on the river to me, optically, is always the 10, where they chop. Just an odd-looking card. Chino will see the good news.
It's not a bad one. It's not a chop.
Check, check. On the end of a little advisory there from Chino that shares ease is not the order of the day.
Chino always friendly to the dealers and staff. And the players, for the most part.
What about the hand pay attendance?
I think he's solid there as well.
Depends, though. Sometimes you can be pretty upside down in the machine, as we've heard it described, and then the old hand pay isn't exactly getting you in the green.
They don't have the easiest job in Vegas. Got the rail out there. Here they are. She's kind of pacing in the background, filming a little bit. These three gentlemen. And on the top left, this guy has the satchel. The other guy locked into his phone.